Right, I think we're ready, Mrs B.
Yep.
I think we're where are we, Mrs B?
We're on Wide Beam. Ciao, Bella.
I'll just check the camera angle again, Mrs B. Yes. Oh dear.
Have you got us in?
I think I've got us in. Oh, it's been all go. Welcome everyone. Welcome to
Hello.
the monthly podcast, which we always video if you're new around here. We are a couple of, we're a week late, but I'm sure you'll forgive us because we've been moving on board. It's Christmas, nearly.
Don't look like Val Doonican sat next to the Christmas tree. Oh, what they call him? What do they call the other guy that sang White Christmas? Bing Crosby.
No. Right, so, as I say, for those that are new around here, we do a monthly podcast where we answer, and we don't duck any questions, do we? My golly, we've not ducked any this month.
We don't duck any question. Yeah, he keeps laughing when he says that, and I have no idea why, because I genuinely do not know what he's going to ask. But he keeps laughing.
Yeah, Mrs Bonneville, again, for those that are new around here, likes to hear the questions kind of live. So we promise, you have to take our word for it, I do not share the questions with Mrs B. But just to recap, if you're new around here, we do a monthly podcast where we answer your questions, which predominantly are sent in to our website, lovelifetriumph.co.uk. As I say, we do it monthly. So, shall we make a start, Mrs B?
Yes.
Because we're on the clock. She's got to get off the boat. We won't tell you why.
Nothing exciting.
Let's go. So, Andrea Thomas has sent us a question, and Andrea's down in, she's put here, lovely Suffolk. And sorry, again,
nice.
for last time, for those new folk, all I do is literally read the questions off the iPad as they come in. I don't edit them unless I feel it appropriate. Right, are you ready for this first question?
Ready. This is Andrea from...
This is Andrea Thomas from, she's put down in lovely Suffolk.
Oh, lovely.
Right, let me read out Andrew's question,
Okay.
or what she's put. You pair are genuine and so lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
I read all the YouTube comments and everyone says the same about you both. Lovely folk. Not all of them, Andrea.
There's one or two.
There's the odd comment we get. Your vids are so funny and entertaining. Thank you for sharing a little glimpse into your life. You are more than welcome.
Thank you.
I have a question, but it's non-boat related, if okay.
Oh, bike.
You haven't heard it yet. I understand if you decide not to read this out. If so, perhaps a private email.
Oh.
Well, Andrea, we don't duck anything. Are you ready, Mrs Bonneville?
Is it for me?
It is.
So it's not a bike related. It's not about the GSA or anything, is it?
Mrs
Okay.
B, do you mind me asking where you had your boobs done? Let me read it out. They are magnificent. And on your vlog last week, when you were showing us your belt and cowboy boots, my hubby said, "Wow, look at those. Why don't you ask Mrs B where she had hers done? Hope you don't mind me asking, but they are a real pair of beauties." Now, before Mrs Bonneville answers, as we've said, we don't duck any questions. So I've not responded privately, Andrea, because Mrs B is going to answer your question right now. Over to you, Mrs B.
Well, can I just say that they're from my mum and my love of food. That's all I will say. They cost me nothing at all because they're just mine. And I think as you get a bit older and you eat a bit more and your waistline grows a little bit, other things do as well. So yes, cheers to my mum, cheers to my love of food. That's where they've come from. But thank you, Andrea. That's a compliment.
And I've not certainly noticed that, the odd 10 grand going out the bank account for anything.
No.
So. No, the only thing I'm a bit disappointed about, no one asks me when I get anything, or I've had anything done.
Oh, you've had your hair cut this week.
I cut my own hair.
Yeah.
Right, Andrea, look, I hope that answers your question.
That's funny, that actually, Andrew. That's made me laugh. That's really funny. But no, they're mine. They're all genuinely mine.
Okay, moving on.
Thank you
for your question, Andrea. Chris and Susie from the Channel Islands. Oh, lovely part of the world. And again, this is coming via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. Get quite a lot of questions in terms of how do we leave a question off the website. If you go to the website, every single page on the website has got a little inquiry or comment button. Just click that and it opens up an inquiry form, and that's where these questions comes from, and then it comes straight into the email inbox from the website. So Right, Chris and Susie from the Channel Islands. Oh my God, your new boat is simply stunning. Thank you.
Thank you, we love it.
And we have watched you pair right from the beginning. We are so pleased for you both on the boat. Thank you. We also have the weekly fun and games, and so look forward to watching you pair. Please keep up the great work and the vids, please. Hope you never stop. We've got no plans to.
No, we love it. We really enjoy it.
Thank you, Chris and Susie. And the question is, does your bed have the waste tank underneath? Reason we ask is we are currently researching wide beams and we don't want any form of toilet waste on the boat. We are considering one of those Cinderella toilets, as they tick all the boxes. Oh my God, they're expensive though. Apologies if this has already been covered off. We are about 4 videos behind at the moment due to travel and work commitments. Thanks again, Chris and Susie. So, right, yes, we did do a little bit of a walk through the boat, Chris and Susie, recently, so I won't spoil that too much. But I'm actually going to pick up the camera in a minute and just show you what's what. We haven't got a waste tank under the bed, have we? Because...
No. Because we've got a Cinderella toilet. Yay!
So, Chris and Susie, let me just pick up the camera and show you what is what.
Our lovely toilet.
Yeah, so let's just open the toilet door. Ooh. In fact, Mrs Bonneville has just used the toilet. We did actually get a question or a comment recently in terms of how loud is the Cinderella when it's doing its thing. I'm going to go quiet, listen. That's the toilet doing its thing. So, Chris and Susie, we've got the Cinderella, which obviously means we haven't got the waste tank under the bed. Let me just put the... This is where I probably put it down at the wrong angle and no one will see me. There you go. So, yeah, Chris and Susie, we haven't obviously therefore got a waste tank under the bed.
It's just like a little, it's like a little metal bowl underneath the toilet, and it's just like ash that you get from your coal fire or your wood burner. And we had a look the other day, didn't we, just to see what was in there, and it's tiny little bit of ash in the bottom.
Yeah.
So we haven't had to empty it yet, but the toilet will tell us when it needs emptying, won't it?
And again, I don't want to spoil anything. We were fortunate, obviously the Cinderella toilet came on the boat, came with the boat. I am slowly edging towards Mrs Bonneville's view in that they are an amazing piece of kit. They're not cheap, but they are amazing. It's a brilliant piece of kit. You're probably aware, narrow boats or wide beams, you know, the number one talking point is what toilet have you got. The one thing me and Mrs B were never going to have is kind of a pump out. I know folk have got them. We're not knocking those folk that have got them. It's just not for us. I do not want those or that liquid and those waste products on the boat anywhere. So and I know that's personal choice, isn't it?
That's just personal to us, yeah. It was just by luck that we got the Cinderella toilet.
Yeah.
If there hadn't been a Cinderella toilet, we would have quite happily have had the cassette toilet, which we've always had on Love Life Triumph and Narrowboat. So it was just lovely that we got the Cinderella toilet. And one thing that's really nice about the Cinderella toilet is if I was to go again now, it would be lovely and warm.
It warms
I love
your
that.
butty.
It warms your bum. So it's really nice.
It's a brilliant piece of kit. So so hopefully that answers your question. And again, catch up on the last few vlogs and a few more bits and pieces.
You see me actually demonstrating it, don't you?
Yeah, Mrs B did do actually a very good demonstration, Chris and Susie. So
thank you.
Maybe catch up on last week's vlog for that, or the week before, whatever it is. But it's on the catalogue somewhere. Hopefully that's answered your question. No, I keep pointing. I've got Mrs Bonneville.
Oh, you point it, yes. Yeah, stop it.
Right, Dennis and Judith Potter aboard our Canterbury wide beam.
Ooh,
down on
nice.
Kennet and Avon.
Oh, lovely Kennet and Avon. We were there in Bath, weren't we? We were down there in Bath, weren't we?
Welcome finally to the Canterbury Club. Thank you. You won't regret it. Magnificent boats. Completely agree.
She is. She's beautiful.
Oh, this is a good one. Our friends viewed your boat when it was on brokerage and would have dearly loved to have bought it, but it was under offer to you. This is the we're sorry face. Sorry. They really did fall in love with it. We went up to see it as well, and must add, it was a real beautiful boat and fully specced out. Question: we are about to have the Cinderella toilet fitted onto our boat, and just wondered how many times you can use it. as it's doing its thing. Well, you've just seen me and heard it doing its thing. They're not cheap pieces of kit, but they really are the best. And when we saw your toilet in the flesh, as it were, we immediately said, that's the one we've got to have. Enjoy that amazing boat, and please keep the vids coming. P.S. Mrs B, can you please wish Dennis a happy Christmas and perhaps blow him a kiss? He'd love that.
Happy Christmas, Dennis. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
That was 3 kisses,
Three
Dennis.
for you,
That's
Dennis.
your first strike.
3. There you go.
Right, so how many times can you use it as it's doing its cycle? So once you, just 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Once you use it, obviously you press the button, it does its thing, which you've just heard. As it's doing its thing, you can use it
as many times as you want, really. I don't think it actually gives a maximum. I mean, obviously, if you're having a party and there's 100 people, you don't want 100 people using it. But I you know, we probably done it about 3 or 4 times, haven't we? Because it takes about 25-30 minutes. Because it's just, because without being too crude and without going into too much detail, it's just liquid that we've actually put into the toilet, isn't it? And that takes about 25 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, I've also read and actually seen on YouTube, there is a couple of videos on YouTube, you want to just type in Cinderella boat toilets. There's one video that suggests, and Mrs B's right, on average it takes about 20 minutes to do its burn. I watched that video where they did the full 20-minute test, and the Cinderella toilet can be used. They suggested between 9 and 12 times.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it was actually the Cinderella company. I didn't realise they're a Norwegian company, and it was actually the Cinderella company that did the video. It's a very good video. In fact, what I'm going to do, Dennis and Judith, I'm going to mail you back with the link to that video. So I'm just going to make a little note now to put that in here.
And of course, if you're using it, once you've used it, like I just have about 10 minutes ago, if I want to use it now, that's when it stays warm.
Yeah.
And it's lovely and warm.
Yeah.
And on a cold night, if you get I try and wait for Mr Bonneville to go first, and then it's nice and warm for me.
Dennis and Judith have also asked, and it's not a crude question, there are several different types of Cinderella. We absolutely struck lucky with the boat. We really did. Ours is the top spec one, and they retail, I went online, had a look, and they retail around about £4,300, which isn't cheap. You can get them for around about £1,500 to £1,800. That's the base level, entry level Cinderella, and I'm really not sure what the different ones do. I didn't go into that much research, to be honest with you. But hopefully, Dennis and Judith, that's answered your question. And I've just made a little note here. You'll have it in the next time you've watched this. It will be in your inbox maybe day or 2, but I'll send you that link. Right.
Thank you.
Edward and Viv from Umbria. Oh, I rode a motorbike very, very quickly. I rode a motorbike many, many moons ago through the centre of Italy, and went all the way through Umbria. Wow, God made that part of the world. And this is coming via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. We think you pair should have a TV series.
Get Channel 4 on or something like that. We'd love that, wouldn't we?
Channel 4?
Well, I don't know. It's like the alternative. I don't think we'd make the BBC, do you?
For those viewers further afield, there are obviously many other channels available. We think you should have a TV series. You are that funny and so very down to earth.
Thank you.
Love you both for remaining true to yourselves. It's the only thing we can be. We just literally press record and that's it. We are in the process of moving back to the UK. Why?
From
and
Italy.
are currently trying to decide, brackets, like you pair a year ago, close brackets, what to get. A narrowboat or wide beam. Trust us when we say we're having such difficulty deciding.
Yeah.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
What made you finally decide to go wide beam, and did you look at other narrowboats before deciding? We know ultimately it has to be our decision, yeah, but we'd love to know what process you both went through. Keep the great work coming, and hopefully one day we may even bump into
that'd
you,
be nice.
as Mercenary looks a lovely place to live. It is.
Beautiful.
Right.
I think when we moved on to Love Life Triumph, if you've watched this from the very beginning, neither of us had ever set foot on a boat before. And
Never.
some people will say, oh, as kids we used to go to the Norfolk Broads, or we used to do this. We literally had never, neither of us had ever set foot on a boat,
No.
ever set foot on a boat. And so it was a baptism of fire when we moved on in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of winter, absolutely not knowing what we're doing or anything. And we set out with great plans of going onto the cut at some point, because Mr B works, so we couldn't have constantly cruised because he needs to be here and doing all his important stuff. And we did actually say, it's very important stuff. And one of the things we did say was the Llangollen stuff, didn't we? We decided more or less straight away that we were going to be floaters, not boaters. We love the whole community. We love being part of this community. We love being on the water. We just love all this. And we loved being on Love Life Triumph. She's a beautiful, beautiful boat. And she gave us our experience of being floaters, boaters, if you like. And because we decided that boating out on the cut wasn't going to be for us, why don't we just get something larger? Because we're not going to be taking a boat out. We'd planned to do this in maybe 5 years' time, but Mr B is going to be working in 5 years' time. So why don't we just do it now and enjoy the benefits of all this space? And I think that's why we did it, didn't we? We realised that, yes, we do love living at the marina, we do love living on a boat, and we do love all the people and all the community and everything. But let's go large now, because we're not going to miss going out there, because we probably never will go out there.
Yeah, I've nothing really to add. Mrs B summarised that, I think, really well. In fact, the only thing I will add is, I think my desire not to take the narrowboat out was greater than Mrs B's. I just didn't have the appetite for it. I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. And again, before all the hate mail comes in, that's not me suggesting those that do go out, good luck to you, crack on, lot of respect. I just have no appetite. Don't know why. I really don't know why. You know, it was got nothing to do with, oh, it's a boat. You know, the boat, moving a boat does not faze me. I know that sounds really arrogant because I've never taken one out of a marina, but trust me, it does not faze me moving a boat. They go at 1 mile an hour in 3-4 feet of water. Now I know you can still get into a lot of trouble, but it's got nothing to do with taking a boat out. It just have no appetite, really no appetite. So, and then the rest, as Mrs B said, just more space, you know, and it's nice, I'll be honest with you, it's nice having a lot more space. So that was the motivator for us.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, Edward and Viv. You've got to make your own, own mind up.
Decide, do you want to go out? Are there some places that you want to visit first? Then
maybe maybe what we should have done is hire a narrowboat, but we couldn't because of the pandemic. You know, that would be an option. Go hire a narrowboat and take it out. You know, next time you can come over to the UK, maybe hire one, and you know, for a fortnight, and you know, maybe use that as a little bit of a and if you fall in love with it, well then maybe it's a narrowboat. But again, equally, you know, you may have 2 weeks of miserable weather, so I don't know, but ultimately it's a bit of a gamble. It really is, but it's one of those that all is not lost at the moment. Narrowboat prices are buoyant, excuse the pun. So you may not be losing any money if you decide, oh my god, it's the wrong thing, we need a wide beam. Or equally the other way. So it's one of those flick a coin, but do some research.
What is it that you want to do in it? We just want to live in ours.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully that kind of answers your question. Right, Fiona Russell via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. Based in Texas, but a Yorkshire lass through and through.
Oh, nice one. Good lass, good lass.
Fiona has put, love you two mad, but very funny folk. Thank you. I was on YouTube about a month ago and up popped you pair on the thought you may like this page or whatever it's called. Since then, I've watched all of the vids, have subscribed,
nice
just know I have found a channel I shall always watch.
Oh,
thank you, Fiona. That's really nice.
Thank you, Fiona. Thank you.
It's not a boat question, but I thought I'd try my arm as a Yorkshire lass.
You can be task. You can be task.
Question. Mrs B, where do you get your jeans from? You always look so sexy in them. And a cheeky second question. Last week you were showing us that amazing belt and in a lovely black top. Where was that amazing black top from, please? Sorry, not a boating question. Basically, just trying to copy the fabulously sexy Mrs B.
Oh,
Where do you get your jeans and top from?
Isn't it nice, this one? This is really nice comments.
Where do I get my clothes from? No one asks me.
The jeans I got from, we went to Strasbourg, didn't we? And we got them from G-Star. We'd never even heard of G-Star. That's how down with the kids are. But apparently G-Star are here in the UK as well.
Oh, there you go. Other brands are available.
Yeah, so they're just G-Star. Normally they're super dry. I like everything super dry, don't I? And the top, believe it or not, I want to say it's something really, you know, cool and everything. No, it was actually a thermal top. It was thermal underwear. It was some Marks and Spencer's thermal underwear.
Other brands are available.
That's how sexy it was.
So your black top was from Marks and Spencer's.
Yes, which was a thermal one.
For our viewers further afield, that's a chain of, it's a departmental store here in the UK. Mm-hmm. And your jeans are from G-Star.
G-Star, yeah, G-Star, and they're everywhere, G-Star apparently. We just fell on them, didn't we, when we went into
so if anybody wants to ask me where I get my
thank you very much.
Clothes from. Thank you, Fiona.
Thanks, Fiona.
Gabrielle from Ontario.
Ooh.
Lovely part of Canada. Via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. Thank you in advance for reading this question out, and apologies if it's already been covered, but just wanted to ask if you had all the usual appliances in the kitchen that a house would have. I am here new to boating channels and stumbled across your last video and was blown away with your beautiful boat. Cannot believe what a beautiful boat that is. Thank you, and I have also subscribed and I'm busy watching all the videos tonight so I can get up to date. Gabrielle, not a problem. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for your lovely feedback.
Thank you, yes, very nice.
We've got all,
everything. We've got the cooker, we've got the grill, we've got the built-in microwave, we've got a dishwasher, we've got
In fact, let me just go quickly.
Go and have a look. Go and have a look.
Gabrielle,
Yeah.
let me just pick up the camera.
Go and see.
So we have got, golly, you can tell this is live. So down here we have got, let's just open it. We've got the dishwasher. Here you can see it's in our fridge, full-size fridge. Beneath, full-size freezer, split level oven hob, microwave, and 5 hob burner, whatever you call it, blah blah blah. So yeah, we've got kind of what a house would have, haven't we?
Everything that we
Let
need.
me just put this back down, folks.
Yeah, and I've used the cooker, the grill, the microwave. I've used everything.
There we are.
In fact, you said the other day that the mince pies that I made were the best mince pies I've ever made. So whether that was down to the chef or down to the cooker, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm just sorting my mic out. Only mince pies you made for about 3 years. I'm only joking. So yeah, Gabrielle, we've got all of the appliances full size that you would have and expect to have in a house. So hopefully that answers your question. And thank you again for subscribing and watching all of the back catalogues.
And I'll be cooking for 6 people at some point over Christmas as well.
Yes,
so
me, because I'm hungry. Harry and Sean from aboard our 60-foot Y-beam on the K&A. There's lots of Y-beams on the K&A.
Oh, it's just a beautiful place though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Going down in summer and it's just lovely.
Right, Harry and Sean. Yeah, we have watched last week's vlog and we're so envious because your boat is so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so very spacious. We have a 60-foot, and whilst 10-foot may not seem that much, trust us, it is. Your boat is enormous and absolutely stunning. Thank you again. Question. When you did the show round, we noticed a table in the well deck and would love to see it again and ask where it was from. Did we say how envious we are of that stunning boat? Keep the great work up and weekly vlogs coming. They really are great. So the table in the well deck, if you go back and have a look at the vlog, actually came with the vlog, with the boat. It's an Aqualine, because we've got the all of the paperwork from the previous owners. They basically spec the boat. I think they ticked just about everything on the boat on the additions list.
It was amazing, wasn't it, when we were looking at that?
It's basically it's a well deck table that Aqualine actually kind of make. It's a bespoke table for the actual boat, and it clips in underneath, a couple of little bolts, and it's got a couple of little cutouts so you can put your gin and tonic or your beer.
You're going to use it to fish from, aren't you?
I'm going to use it to fish from. and Mrs Bonneville's never ever allowed back in there. Joking. Yeah, so hopefully that answers your question. It's basically an Aqualine edition in terms of this particular Canterbury model.
We're really posh, aren't we? You know, when we looked at all this spec and stuff, when we were going through the book, we're like, oh, God, we've never been so posh in our lives, haven't we? This is right cool.
We landed on our feet.
We
here.
did, we did.
So, Isabel and Pete from Inverness up in Scotland, beautiful part of the world. This
Got
has
married
actually
up there.
Yes, this has actually come from YouTube comments. And Isabel and Pete have put, next year we plan to sell a house and buy a wide beam and hopefully move it on to Mercia. So nervous but also so excited at the same time.
You'll love it.
We love your boat, and watching the walkthrough made us decide it simply has to be an Aqualine. We have viewed a few and they really are the best in terms of fit. Your boat is utterly stunning. We would love open plan like that. Thank you. Do you mind us asking what make and size TV you have, please? It looks huge, and are you happy with it? Keep the bids coming and enjoy that stunning new home. It really is the most amazing thing we've seen.
Thank you.
Isabel and Pete, thank you.
Thank you.
The TV is a Sony Bravia. In fact, I'm going to show you again.
Oh, you're up and down, aren't you?
I measured the TV when I was importing the questions the other day, and it's a 60-inch television, and there's a sound bar beneath it, and just over here there's also a Blu-ray DVD, and it is a fabulous
TV. Yeah,
the picture on it is absolutely beautiful. Isabel and Pete. So yeah, Sony Bravia. I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Bravia?
Brava, I think. Brava.
Sony. Let's have a look. Sony Bravia. There you go.
And it's lovely, isn't it? It's great.
Yeah.
And that
other
soundbar,
brands are available.
That soundbar makes all the difference. We're watching this sci-fi thing on Netflix called Beyond at the moment, and there's all sorts of like, and it makes us like jump when it happens because of the soundbar underneath.
So, where are we? Isabel and Pete, hopefully that answers your question. Thank you.
And good luck.
Yes.
If you come down here, because you'll love it down here. You'll absolutely love it.
My mic's having a bit of a nightmare today. Right, Julie and Keith, again from the K&A. Wow, we need to do a K&A, I don't know, meet-up.
Yeah.
And this has come via YouTube comments. You pair crackers up. We love you and your outlook is spot on.
Thank you very
much.
much.
Love how you tell it as it is. It's the only way to be, in our opinion. And I know sometimes it doesn't land very well with some folks or whatever, but we're straight down the middle. We're as honest and open as the day is long. And that's the only thing we can be. We also have a Canterbury and love the boat. Excellent. You won't be disappointed, as the fit out on them are by far, in our opinion, class leading. Watch the roof though. The paint can be a little bit thin. Yes, our roof needs doing, but I am going to come on to that in future vlogs in terms of what's happened to the roof, etc, etc. Do you mind asking if that bed is standard double or king? It looks bloody massive. Was it a special Aqualine request bed? That's what they are called from memory when we were speccing our new boat out. Keep up the great work, folks, and enjoy that amazing boat. Right, Julian Keith, you're absolutely right. I looked in the big... In fact, instead of me talking about it, I'm going to show you.
Get the big book.
I'll get the big book.
Can I just say how big it is? Every now and again, because we love it, because, I mean, as much as I love my husband and I know he loves me, there's just times when you're in a bed that you just want your own space, and it allows that. But if we have a little cuddle or something and we meet in the middle, it takes ages to get into the middle of the bed.
Right, so... This is what I'm referring to, Julian Keith. You will know this, of course, because if you've got a Canterbury, this is everything that came with the actual boat. There's even, a little photo album here of when the boat was being built. Oh, oopsie-daisy. Now, at the back of this brochure, back of this actual portfolio, as you can tell, we don't plan anything on this channel. At the back of this portfolio is the spec list of what the first owners actually... of what the first owners actually spec'd. And you're absolutely right, Julian Keith. It is actually a special Aqualine request because the bed is actually a super king size. It is enormous.
Huge.
The bed on the narrowboat was the same size. In fact, when we moved on to the this wide beam, we actually thought we'd have to go down to a king size, and we actually bought some king size bedding, which was the wrong size, which is what alerted me to go and have a look in the actual portfolio here. So it's a super king size bed, and it is enormous.
Yeah.
And it is lovely, because we came off a super king size on the narrowboat, which we had made for us. So, but that bed is different. It's a different league.
It's just so comfy, so comfy.
So hopefully that answers your question. Ken and Sue Brownhill from aboard our 60-foot wide beam, and this has come via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. Microphone issues. Wow, 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 wow. We love that boat, and the back deck looks so big. I guess that's one of the reasons you went 70 foot. You really do get it all. We really do love your boat, and when you did the show round, we are sure you had a double towel rail in the bathroom. Could you possibly show us again, please? As our Collingwood doesn't have them, and we really would like to get them fitted into the bathroom. Yes, I can show you. I'm up and down today.
You're up and down and up and down.
So you're absolutely right, Ken and Sue. Here's the bathroom. We have got double towel rails. Wonderful. Little things that I didn't think were that important, and they are. There you go.
It's lovely and warm, isn't it, when they're on?
Yeah. When we've got the Webasto on, fabulous. So yeah, so yeah, double towel rails. But Ken and Sue's question is, do you have storage under that football field of a bed? We don't at the moment, but are going to get some carpentry done next year and have some form of storage solution done. Also, does that bed have vents? We would also like to vent our bed as well. Sorry, the questions are a little strange. Not at all.
Not at all, no.
But when we saw your boat, we just sat for a while and said, wow, that's a boat. And then watched the walkthrough again. Enjoy that amazing boat.
Thank you.
So under the bed, we've got 4 soft closed drawers. They're enormous. And do you know what? I just can't be bothered to get up again. But there's 4 huge drawers under the bed, which, as I say, are soft close. And yes, the bed. In fact, no. Do you know what, Ken?
Go on.
Sue? I am going to show you.
Show him.
You've asked the question.
Show him.
Right. Let me just go into the bedroom. Right. Here we go. Sorry about the shaky footage. So here's the side of the bed, or the end of the bed, and there's all the venting. And then each side of the bed has got 4 huge drawers here, which I've just opened one of them. There we are. Mrs Bonneville's got some shoes in there, which are soft clothes.
Not the shoes.
Not her shoes. So yeah, the bed's got venting on the end, or the base. There we go. I'm so sorry about this footage, because we're not going to be editing it, because it's our podcast, folks. There you go. Do you know, I feel as though I've done a workout.
I haven't done anything, have I? Just sat here.
Up and down. Right, there we go. So Ken and Sue, hopefully that's answered your question. What I would suggest, I don't know obviously who you're going to get to do it, but yeah, venting on a bed, massively important in terms of where ours is particularly positioned in that bedroom. Anyway, there you go. Liam and Catherine Powell from Florida. I bet the sun's shining there.
Oh, I bet it is.
And this has come, let me put my feet up. This has come via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. In fact, you know, I'm just going to hold this microphone because it's doing my head in. Hello, and we hope you get the chance to read this out. You're on. We recently found the channel and are hooked. We both really love how you pair just get on with life and are straight talking. That's our type of folk. Thanks, Liam.
Excellent.
Thanks,
Good.
Catherine.
Yep, us too.
Absolutely. We have just bought a 68-foot wide beam, and next year we shall be leaving Florida for good and moving aboard full time. We are so excited to be doing this. However, having watched the tour of your new boat, which we think is simply stunning, we just wanted to ask where you got your table from, as we are looking for something very similar. It looks simply stunning. Thank you for the weekly vlogs. We really do love watching them. Liam and Catherine, you're more
Thank
than
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
So the table.
Up again. Up again. Come on.
Oh, dear me. So the table, Liam and Catherine, I've actually emailed you the link. But for our other viewers, there we are. We've got a table and 6 chairs. One of the things that we absolutely were looking forward to moving off the narrowboat onto the wide beam was just being able to sit at a proper table with a proper chair. I know it's possible on a narrowboat with a dinette, but it's not the same. So there's our table and 6 chairs.
And you've got the cushions from?
I've emailed the link to everything.
Right.
So you should, time of watching this, definitely have received that email.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Very
it's just nice. It's just nice having a table and chairs. And as I say, here will be an enormous L-shaped sofa
Eventually.
in the new year. Right, Liam and Catherine, I hope that's answered your question.
Thank you, and good luck.
Yes, yeah, good luck. Seriously, yeah. Keep us in the loop, actually, when you come over.
Yeah.
Right, Michelle and David Moore from Swindon. And this has come via YouTube comments. Absolutely love you two fools.
Thank you. We'll take that.
We'll take that. You have us in stitches. Thank you for being you and so down to earth. We can imagine you are just the same off camera. Well, no, she's a nightmare.
Yeah, I am.
We have recently sold our house, brackets, currently living with the parents, close brackets, and in the process of looking for a Y-beam. I put my teeth in. You have convinced us to go 70 foot and open plan. Your boat is simply amazing, and it wasn't until we watched the walkthrough that we then realised that's what we wanted, your boat. You can't have it. We have viewed so many, and whilst they have all been lovely, they have all had a lot of stuff crammed into them. Tiny second bedroom, tiny bathroom. Some have even got half-size baths. Actually, if you want a full-size bath, there's one on Brokerage here called Stargazer. Now that's got a full-size freestanding bath.
Beautiful bathroom.
Beautiful bathroom.
And
in our opinion.
The tiles and everything in there are amazing.
What a bathroom. Half-size bath.
It's lovely.
Tiny back deck and no well deck. We understand why, but we now want a 70 foot like yours. Bold type. Come on, do the right thing and sell us it to us. No.
Not
question.
Listen, we lost her once before we got her a second time, so we're not letting her go again.
Michelle and cuckoo clock going.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all kicking off here.
And what time is it? Let's see how many cuckoos. That's 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the clock's saying 10 p.m. It's actually 2 p.m. Moving on. Right, Michelle and David, we have a rather cheeky question. If you don't want to answer, we completely understand. We don't duck anything. Your boat must have cost way over £200,000 new, and whilst it is still a relatively new boat, we were wondering if you managed to negotiate the price. It's not us being nosy, we just wanted to get a feel of how things are and what the market's like over there. Thank you again for the brilliant vlog, and just sell us your boat. Come on, do the right thing, we'll buy your boat now. No. Look, we're not going to tell you how much we bought it for, but yes, we did negotiate. Anyone that's watched our channel or maybe me for a wee while knows everything is up for negotiation. You're absolutely right, Michelle and David. Obviously I'm not going to divulge too much information, but when we were flicking through here, the owners, when the boat was built and when the boat was ordered, it was £250,000. There you go, and we've got proof of that in there. That's how much this boat cost new, just a little over 3 years ago. So you're absolutely right. It's an expensive piece of kit.
But we didn't pay that.
Of course we didn't pay that. We paid below what it was on brokerage for, because as I say, we negotiated.
There's always room for negotiation.
You're right. I think your broader question is, what's the market like in terms of making an offer? It's like anything, put an offer in. No one can, shoot you. As long as you can, I think, as long as you can legitimise why, we put an offer in on this, because there is a little bit of work needed on the roof. It looks horrible, an area of the roof, and it's more cosmetic, but it needs doing. I was a bit cheeky. The boat needs a bit of a 2-pack blacking. All boats need that, but I was a bit cheeky. And a few other bits and pieces. The boat inside is immaculate, and the boat generally outside is a solid 8 out of 10. It'll be a 10 out of 10 once the roof's done and the blacking's done.
Yeah.
But like most things, try a cheeky offer, and you never know.
You can just go back and offer. What's wrong with making an offer? They're either going to say yes or no, and if they say no, and you've got the funds, go up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we can say. Don't feel bad about making an offer. That's the thing. Never feel bad about making an offer. It's expected, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Don't go down the road. I heard it a while back, and I'm not knocking our brokerage here on the Marine. I'm really not, but sometimes there's a little bit of kidology, steel prices, this, that. If the boat has been built and if the boat's in the water, it doesn't really matter what's happening with the cost of steel and the production of steel and the supply chain of steel. That's economics 101. It really doesn't matter. If the boat hasn't been built, you are, of course, at the liberty of the markets in terms of demand, supply, etc., etc. That's basic economics. Everyone should really have an understanding of that. But if the boat's in the water and the boat's being built, no, don't get kidded by some of the kidology that happens at brokerage. Seriously, don't go down that road. We certainly didn't. When we bought Love Life Triumph, which was a new boat, we did exactly the same. We bid the hell out of them, and we got the boat for the money we wanted to pay for the boat. So anyway, enough said. Everyone's got a different approach with doing deals and negotiating. Mine is, as long as you can be legitimate in terms of why you've put in a low offer, fine. The vendor, the owner, can only say yes or no.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
When we sold Love Life, we didn't mind, anybody making an offer, did we?
Absolutely.
So don't feel afraid to make an offer.
Yeah. The fact that when we sold Love Life, the offer was, it's the asking price, is a different thing. No, we did negotiate. Yeah, we did drop a little bit of money on Love Life Triumph. Not much. We got pretty much 99% of what it was on brokerage.
But we expected them to negotiate, and we expected that. So, it's expected.
Final question.
Ooh.
Hasn't that rattled? Apologies if I've pronounced the surname wrong here. Zach Grillodia from Tuscany again. Oh, it's a beautiful
Tuscany.
Part of Umbria and Tuscany on the... Oh, wow. And this has come via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. Zach, thank you for your question. Love the channel and the outlook, and big apologies for my written English. Not a problem, Zach.
Zach, it's far better than our Italian because, believe me.
The only thing I can say in Italian is Buon Natale e Felice Nuovo.
Oh.
I think that's Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm up for correction.
And what you can say as well is Ciao Bella.
Ciao Bella.
Ciao Bella.
There you go.
Hey, you see.
Right. Love the channel and your outlook. Simply wonderful. Thank you, Zach. I have a quick question. Have you found any folk being funny because you are now on a wide beam? I ask because my parents have wide beam on UK Marina, and some other narrowboat owners have been rather funny with them, and one said that wide beams don't belong on canals. Would like to know your view. Keep the great vids coming, Zach. Zach, thank you for your question.
Yeah, thank you.
If you've watched for long enough, you'll know my view. Woe betide the man or woman that says that to me, because I'll burn the face off. And that means I'll be very direct with them in terms of move away from me. Our boat is and has got every entitlement, just like any other boat, to be on the water. It's licensed.
Didn't they start as wide beams when it all started? Because they were carrying all sorts
of... The K&A did.
The fuel and all sorts of other things were great big boats, weren't they?
The K&A canal did start as a wide beam canal. Look, the basic... Mrs Bonneville, I think, has got the same view. It's maybe a little bit more toned down than mine. I have absolutely no time for anybody. Seriously, I've got no time for anyone that has a go about it being a wide beam. This boat won't ever leave the marina, but if it wanted to leave the marina, it could and it would leave the marina because it's got every entitlement to be on whatever piece of water it can navigate and sail down. End of with me. Have I come across it? No.
No.
Not at all, Zach. Not on this marina.
No.
There's probably grumblings, people living on maybe narrowboats. Oh, it's a wide beam. But I've got no time for folk like that. I really haven't.
It's a boat when all's said and done. We used to say about motorbikes, didn't we? It didn't matter whether you had a scooter or whether you had a Kawasaki. It's an engine with two wheels. It's a bike. This is a boat and it's on water. So whether it's a wide beam, a narrow boat, a barge, whatever it is,
matter.
It's a boat on the water.
Correct.
And that's it.
Absolutely.
That's it.
So I'm sorry your parents, Zach, have had some comments in whichever part of the world they're kind of living on the boat, if it's a marina or, I just think that's really, really short-sighted.
Can I just say, there's a Yorkshire saying that says, there's nought as funny as folk, and there is nothing as funny as folk. So you'll always get one or two that, let it go. I hope they let it go. I've said
before 100 times, Zach, that I listen, I'll nod. I don't always agree. I always respect someone's opinion, but I don't have to agree with it, and I'm very polite. But if it gets a little bit tasty, let's just say, and a little bit too focused, I just start smiling. That's it with me. I'm kind of like, whatever. So I'm sorry that's a really way to end the podcast.
Well, I'm going to raise the end of the podcast and just tell you very briefly what I shall be doing this evening. And this is part of marina life. And back to the couple that are hopefully next year going to be coming onto the marina. Part of the reason that we love being on here is the community. We're going to be going to a quiz night on the 15th, wearing our Christmas jumper and hats. And I'm going to put some funny glasses on as well. We all are. Mr. B didn't know that. But this evening, what I'm going to be doing this evening is I'm going to be helping a group of people from the marina not clean the beehives, but dotted around the marina we've got like little tubes, and in those tubes there's lots of little cardboard tubes, and in those cardboard tubes are bees that are actually in a very, very deep sleep. And what we're doing this evening is we're taking out those bees and we're putting them in a safe place, ready to go back into new tubes in March. Now, where else would you do that? That's one of the things that I'm going to be doing this evening, and that's one of the joys for me about living on a marina, that you can get yourself involved in things that you may never have got involved in on dry land. So that's a nice way of...
And my way of ending is, I'm not going to name you because I always like to ask permission, but it was lovely speaking to a certain couple outside the office a couple of days ago who've just flown all the way and relocated from Australia and are currently in the process of looking for the boat. Do you know what? As I said to when I met, Mrs B was genuinely gutted not to be here. She was basically, she wasn't even on the marina that day. It was lovely speaking to you. Fingers crossed you get your boat. And next time you see us, shout up. It was a lovely conversation.
I hope I'm here when because I dot about all over the place, but if I'm around, I would love to meet you.
That is it, folks. The next podcast will probably be the end of the year, so keep your questions coming. As I said at the top end of this podcast, you can mail them directly on the website, or you can leave a question in the YouTube comments. 99% of them come to the website, and I understand why, because sometimes people don't want to put a question on the YouTube comments because trolling and all those.
Well, like the first question.
Yeah. Right. Listen, Mrs Bonneville, say goodbye.
Bye. See you next week.
We will see you next week for our vlog. Goodbye.
Yes.
Oh, do you know, I'm tired and I've got up so many times
Are you a bit
today.
achy?